By exploring the principles of the spiritual world, we're challenged to rethink our assumptions about reality, space, and time. To truly understand spiritual truth, we must let go of our natural ways of thinking and embrace a new perspective. We're learning to think beyond space and time, recognizing that these concepts are not independent entities, but rather outgrowths of spiritual thought. In the spiritual realm, we see that space and time represent the state of our will and intellect, manifesting in the world around us. As we progress spiritually, we're shifting our focus from matter to mind, reversing the importance assigned to these concepts by the world. We're discovering that space and time are not essential to being. In fact, the ultimate essential being transcends both. The appearances of space and time are mere representations of our finite minds. As we descend the scale of conscious life, our mental powers become obscured, and space and time assume a more prominent role. In contrast, the naturalist view confines God to the boundaries of space and time, making him coessential with nature. This limited perspective reduces God to a thing, a product of imagination rather than a being. We must recognize the distinction between the true essential being and the naturalist's hypothetical construct, which is merely a projection of their own thinking. A naturalistic mindset focuses on matter, space, time, and quantity, perceiving these as fixed and constant. This perspective dominates our thoughts, speech, and actions. Upon reflection, many will recognize this as an accurate description of their own thinking. There are two primary ways to approach understanding thinking. Spiritual thinking, which is to think angelically or thinking naturally as humans typically do. If we focus on matter, space, time, and quantity, we'll invert the true order of reality and risk becoming materialists and attribute divine qualities to the physical universe. Attempts to combine spiritual and naturalistic elements have failed, resulting in fragmented systems that collapse under scrutiny. As we habituate ourselves to thinking within the constraints of space and time, we become increasingly susceptible to the fallacies of sensory impressions. We must learn to look beyond appearances and appeal to those truths and principles offered through divine revelation. Science and reasoning are often misused to conceal flaws in our thinking or confirm misconceptions. Rarely are they employed to support spiritual truth. By recognizing these pitfalls, we can cultivate a more discerning approach to understanding the world and our place within it. In conclusion, our examination of spiritual understanding and the nature of reality has revealed the necessity of transcending materialistic thinking. By recognizing the limitations of naturalistic perspectives and the importance of spiritual discernment, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of the world and our place within it. We're called to think beyond the constraints of space and time, embracing spiritual principles from the Word that reveals the nature of the true, essential being who is the source of all that exists.